Holy smokes.
What up, YouTube? It's your girl Angie, and today I'm going to be recreating all of my favorite dishes I ate in Hawaii. Wait, I've already done that. I think we're going to change it up a little bit. Welcome to my food truck series, where I show you all of my favorite eats from the cities that I've traveled and what I would serve if I owned a food truck in that city. Today's episode is going to be Oahu because I just got back from there. Let's go. The very first dish I'd be serving would be, of course, Hawaiian garlic shrimp. Inspired by all of my favorite food trucks in the North Shore, let me show you Angie's way. Getting serious. Haven't worn this in a while. First thing I would do is chop up a whole bunch of garlic. I'm talking about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic per plate. Be right back. We're gonna peel all this garlic. I would rough chop it coarsely because I love chunky, big pieces in my shrimp. If the garlic's not chunky like this, I don't want it. Next, we're gonna create our dredge for our shrimp. This is cornstarch. The cornstarch gives it that super crisp batter. This batter is also gonna help cling on to that garlic butter when we toss it in there later. Season with smoked paprika and black pepper. Next up, we're gonna be dredging our jumbo shrimp. I've already deveined. We're gonna keep the shell and tail on. This is gonna give us the most maximum flavor. Put in our dredge. Make sure you fully coat it and get in between the legs. Should look something like this. I think the best part about Hawaiian garlic shrimp is how basic yet bougie the dish is. For the sauce, we're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna saute the garlic until fragrant and has a little bit of color. Then I'm gonna melt the butter and mix in some umami sauce. This is gonna make our dish stand out a little bit and give it that extra umami savory flavor that we're craving for over a bed of hot rice. I'm speechless. I had to garnish with some green onions and some lemon. I'm gonna do a little squeeze for you now. Holy smokes. I recommend eating the skin because this is where you're gonna get all the flavor and the crunch. Cheers. So plump, juicy, flavorful, crispy. And if you're not eating the tail, you can't come to my food truck. Just kidding. Legit, so aromatic, so flavorful. The charred pieces of garlic are giving me life. 10 out of 10. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna top this amazing garlic shrimp, Angie's way. So fire. If my dreams of starting a food truck never actually go through, you definitely still should make this. There's a recipe on my blog, angeliaeats.com. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I think I actually can top it. There's no way I would own a food truck in Oahu if I didn't include Spam on the menu. And as much as I love Msubi, there's just so many Msubi joints that you can pick up good Msubis from. So I think that we're gonna go with Msubi Bakes and deconstruct it so that we can make it modern and millennial. First thing I would do is chop up my Spam into these cute little cubes because I want to sear them up until they get nice, golden, and crispy. Then I'm gonna glaze them with a sweet and savory sauce made of soy sauce, honey, and maybe a few other ingredients. We're gonna top that over some steaming hot rice and furikake. We're gonna drizzle some Japanese mayo, sriracha, and unagi sauce with a pinch of brown sugar, and then we torque it, baby. You see like the charred bits of brown sugar on it? It's gonna give it that delicious sweet and savory undertone you're looking for. Serve it just like this or with some seaweed snacks, how I would eat it. I'm gonna try the one with sriracha because I love a little bit of spice and sriracha is the perfect amount of heat for me. Seaweed snack, our deconstructed Msubi brulee. Topped it off with some green onions. Cheers. It's legit the perfect amount of sweet and salty and smoky from the charred creme brulee top. I am so obsessed. And I think that you would be too. This one is so delicious. Next up on what I would serve on my food truck. Go with something tropical. We're gonna do coconut cream steak udon. I really want this dish to stand out like aromatic wise. I want the aromas just to flow through like the food truck stations. Then for the sauce, base is gonna be a coconut cream based, seasoned with all of my favorite ingredients to kind of make it Angie's way. For this steak seasoning, I'm gonna season with soy sauce, oyster sauce, onion powder, black pepper, salt, and some brown sugar. I also have some mushrooms that are already sliced. For the base of the sauce, I'm gonna use coconut milk,
fish sauce, chicken bouillon, and coconut flakes. Now that we have everything prepped, it's time for me to prepare the noodles. Let's go.
I would start off by searing the steak until it has some color, but still remains pink on the inside so that way it stays juicy and tender. Then I would stir in the mushrooms so that way it releases its juices and almost becomes a mushroom and steak gravy. Once the mushrooms get a little soft, I would go ahead and remove it from the pan and then return the aromatics in.
Once the aromatics are nice and fragrant, we're gonna deglaze with some heavy whipping cream.
I would toss in my fresh udon noodles along with its coconut cream base. And then serve it up with that steak and mushroom gravy on top, garnished with some green onions and more coconut flakes. I am legit so excited about this one. I would serve it up in these cute little bamboo bowls, top it off with some more green onions, some more sauce, and a little bit of coconut flakes for some texture.
Give it a good mix. Cheers. It's like sweet, savory, super aromatic, creamy. Hits every single flavor profile. You know what it's giving me? For all my Southeast Asians, especially my Cambodian community, this tastes like Cambodian coconut corn, but in an udon noodle dish with steak and mushrooms. This also would be the dish I would offer a vegetarian version of. Still so satisfying with just the mushrooms. I would make this over and over again. I would serve it to everybody. Wow. I legit can't get over it. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, next recipe.
Made it to the very last, but not least, dish I would serve on a food truck if I own one on Oahu. You're gonna make Waikane store-inspired chicken sandos my way. My chicken sandwich is gonna be made up with love, followed by my homemade pineapple jam. This is gonna counteract the savory chicken thigh and kind of give it that sweetness and tropicalness because it's on Oahu, right? Let me show you how I make it. We're gonna be using deboned, skin-on chicken thighs, seasoned a 48-hour marinade. To season my chicken, I'm gonna use garlic salt, onion powder, ground ginger, white pepper, lemongrass, pinch of turmeric, and the secret ingredient is cornstarch. This is gonna give our chicken a nice, crispy coating. I would start off by caramelizing my sugar until it becomes nice golden and brown, slightly. Then I would add my crushed pineapple along with its juices, add some chopped jalapenos for some spice, and then let it slow cook until it becomes glossy and shiny. I would carefully sear up each chicken thigh one by one.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
Until the chicken thighs are cooked fully, super juicy and tender, and the skin super crisp.
Look how crispy.
It's time to assemble our chicken sandwich. Let's go. I have my French baguette lightly toasted. I may have over toasted this one just a little bit, but that's okay. First, I would add a little bit of Japanese mayo. I love the umami savoriness that you get from this mayonnaise. Followed by our beautifully sliced thin cucumbers, our freshly seared chicken thighs, then a generous amount of our glossy, sweet candied pineapple jalapeno spread. Lots of cilantro. This is a beast of a chicken sandwich. I already know that these flavors are gonna be hitting. I'm gonna wrap her up in parchment paper so that way she stays in place. Oh my deliciousness. This is probably one of the most anticipated recipes that I wanted to recreate. And this is everything I've dreamt about in my own recreation. Skin sticking out, this little crispy and the charred bits. First bite, y'all, cheers. Chicken is perfectly cooked, so juicy, so tender, so flavorful. The lemongrass is a life changer, you guys. The sweet and spicy pineapple jalapeno jam with that savory chicken.
Check out this piece. Crispy.
That chicken sandwich was so fire. Out of all the series and episodes I've ever done, I think that this Hawaii food truck series has to be one of my top favorites. It was so fun to kind of like get creative and see what I would serve if I were to ever serve something to public or a community, you know? And I think that the top 2 favorites for me in this episode has to be the steak and mushroom coconut udon. That one is just so unique. Like the flavors kind of bring in my culture. This one is such a standout. And my number 2 favorite has to be the chicken sandwich. Can never go wrong with a good chicken sandwich. And that chicken thigh was cooked beautifully, juicy, tender, so flavorful. As always, all of my recipes will be linked down below on my blog, angelaeats.com. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe if you have not already. And please comment down below if you made it this far, what dish you would order off my food truck if I own one in Hawaii. I will see you in the next one.
I legit want to just like do a scoop of it in my mouth right now with this crispy shrimp bit. Should I do it? Because I love garlic and I'm a garlic girl. To season our steak, I'm gonna use fish sauce. That's not fish sauce.